Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live. Sorry for the delay, but listen, man, you know what I mean? Lateness is greatness, as Matisse says. But we are here for the front three. It's front two for now. Your control settings. You know, I'm going to have to mix it up and that. But hopefully Haj will join us in a few moments. But Tyrone, what are you telling me, man? Tuesday, bless up, man. How's your day going, bro?
Yeah, big up now. All good, man. All good. Obviously, big up people that are going to come over shortly from Never a Foul as well. Big up the guys in the chat as always showing love to Saeed, always showing love to me and the channel. Obviously, Trafford Tunnels, where I'm at for Man United stuff. Obviously, here as well, twice a week. So, yeah, big up, man. We said Saeed, all good.
Yeah, but I can't complain, man. You know what I mean? 3 points. You know what I mean? It's good to I was on the Big Six yesterday, man. I don't know if you watched it yet, but I was just trolling everyone yesterday.
Oh, you enjoyed it. It was your week to enjoy, you know.
Yeah, week to enjoy, because I was like, you know what? I don't have to stress about United, man. And
yeah,
listen, we all have our opinions on the manager and yeah. But it's also such good to say, you know what? We won this week.
Yeah, clean sheet, 3 goals, 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, like unbeaten in 2024. Like, it's just good feeling right now. You know what I'm saying to you? So just enjoy it. And then obviously, when United let you down next, we analyze it then. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah, real talk. And this is why, if people are watching and they watch a man them talk, all I'm going to say is tomorrow's going to be blockbuster. That's all me and Saeed can let you into.
That's all I can say to you.
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, just lock in tomorrow. Like,
bro,
yeah.
I don't know, but Tyrone, you have to help me out on that random talk, on that random
bro,
WhatsApp, man.
Listen, I try to create peace, and that's all I'm going to say. But the peace ain't working, so we'll be there tomorrow, 5 o'clock. But nah, man, do you know what? It's good, man. 2 wins in a row, 2 important wins. But then I feel like every time something good happens for United this season, we get hit with a knockback. And Martinez's injury, I'm going to be real. I was debating this in Rants and Hard yesterday, and I was kind of like, not 2v1, but it is what it is. I was just saying that, like, he is the glue to Man United. And I don't like to say that there's one person that is important to Man United, but Martinez has come back, and within 2-3 games, you can see how important he is. Like, he was important last year. Cool, I get it. We missed him for 4 months this year. Cool, we get it. But him coming back, and in them 2-3 games already, you can be like, this guy is the key to us building up from the back. The energy, the reading of the game, locking up Jared Bowen. He's just everything. And now he's out. It's kind of like we took 2 steps forward, and now I feel like we've gone back again. because obviously we've got Aston Villa this weekend, and I'll be real with you, Said. I was like, if we have Martinez, we've got a chance of winning. Now he's not there already. I'm like, same shit.
Oh, you know what's mad, yeah? I listen, people are gonna hate me for saying this, yeah, but I think Martinez sometimes, yeah, he doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need to go down there.
Yeah, he doesn't.
The way he is. I don't want to change Martinez, but I've seen this so many times at Old Trafford where I feel like Martinez goes in for tackles or goes in for situations that he doesn't need to do it. Like sometimes he's aggressive on that side. And then I'm like, yo, just relax.
The ball was going out. The ball was going out. Like, chill.
Yeah, but then people are saying to me, don't change. Like Martinez don't change. But then I'm like, but when you want someone to stay in the team, you don't want him to kind of do that. And that's where I'm like,
now we've seen the suffering of we've seen the suffering of this, and now he's out for the next 6 to 8 weeks, which for me, this period now between February and the March international break was our most important, because by the time Martinez is back, we would know if we're out the top 4. We would know if we're out the FA Cup. He might be coming back when the season's technically over. And that's what I didn't want.
But also, it's also another recovery process. You know what I mean? That he's got to get through. You know, that kind of process where you kind of like, he has to manage his body and manage himself. Like, he then has to do that. And I'm like, yo, like, yeah, bless up. So I'm like, saying to myself, yeah, man, I'm gutted in it. But listen, you know what it is with me? I'm just seeing like Maguire's in a little bit of form, and I can't lie to you. He played well on the weekend, yeah. I have my opinions of Maguire. You have your opinions of Maguire. Everybody has their opinions of Maguire, but at least he's in form. Varane
this season, he's actually been all right. Him and Evans, despite us not being fans of them at centre back, they've dropped 7 out of 10 this year. We can't gun them two for their performances. Varane, like you said, coming back right centre back. I think Maguire would now slot in at the left centre back, but my issue is it's not Maguire personally, because he can play there. But it's the level of drop-off from Martinez to whoever we've got there, because he's passing through the lines, he's dribbling. I saw Jack Fawcett. I don't really follow him too tough, but I saw a video he done of like when Martinez has the ball, how the shape of the defense changes in the build-up. It's like Martinez completely gets what Ten Hag wants. And for me in this Man United team, whether people agree or not, I don't think there's enough players of the technical ability, of the IQ, that understand fully what Ten Hag wants to do. So if you take out John Stones from Man City, Gvardiol, Diaz, these guys can slot in and they still can do what they need to do. Take Martinez out of Man United, and what Ten Hag wants to do, the drop-off is too big because we don't have enough quality. That's my worry. Yeah, Martinez can, Maguire can slot in and play left centre back. And I'm not trying to say, because we've got no Martinez now, Ten Hag can't coach these players, blah, blah, blah. No, he can. But what I'm saying is, what we want to do and what we've seen in the last 2-3 games, what Martinez gives us is just different level to the others. And that's why I'm worried, guys, because I just think Martinez is so important to this side. And I've got to throw in Casmeiro as well. He hasn't been amazing since he's come back. But if you guys can see the shape of what Martinez and Casmeiro give us, it's just a bit more. It's a bit more solid.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you raised up Casmeiro, because that's one of the topics for today in terms of where we're talking about. Make sure you lot are liking the video. Make sure you follow Trafford Tunnel and obviously Hard as well. Yeah,
like the video, people.
Casmeiro, is he a scapegoat? Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Like, people don't realize his importance in the team. I know he makes mistakes here, and I know sometimes his passing is off key. Yeah, but people don't realize his importance in Man United. The first goal doesn't happen because of Casmeiro. Do you know that, by the way? You see the goal, yeah? For Højlund goal, the way he presses.
Okay. I need to watch it back properly. Okay.
Yeah. So I look at it, a second half, yeah. If you look at his passes in behind you, Bruno, for some reason right now, is not doing them. I don't know what it is, but Bruno's kind of like stepped off doing that kind of thing where he's spraying the ball, especially in the game today. I don't know if it was a concentration, but people don't realize, I get it. Casmeiro, for me, can do certain situations and whatnot, but I still believe him being in there is still key for United. Like, we don't know in football now, defensive midfielders now, they're very, very rare now. Like, if you look at Paulinho, you're looking at Joao, the guy from Benfica, is relatively young. But you believe, people, that there's a scapegoat around Casmeiro and whatnot? Do you believe that United fans don't know what they have until it's gone?
I do. Yeah, no, do you know what? I agree with you, because he's not going to be the most fancy passer. He's not the quickest around the pitch. I think people highlight the negatives too much rather than the positives. The positives are he doesn't need to be super quick because the way he positions himself is so intellectually smart. Like when you look at Wolves, right? The Wolves game's a perfect example. The amount of time Wolves get down the byline and then they cut back crosses. You know when they cut them back to like the edge of the box?
Yeah.
Casemiro is always there, like intercepting, always getting his foot in. He knows where to be at the right places at the right times. Even against West Ham, he just positionally corrects himself into where to be in the danger areas. And I think that nous that he has, you take him out and we don't have that. Look at the Wolves game. We subbed him off in the 75th minute or 70th minute, right? Because he had the yellow card, which I understand. McTominay comes on. It was not secure. Wolves scored 2 goals. They were getting at our defense too quick. Yes, Casemiro is not great at running, but he knows where to be. And that's what I love. And I just feel like his experience as well. Man United don't have enough experienced players. You look at our attack, 21 years of age, Højlund, 19-year-old Garnacho. Yes, Rashford is 25. I get it. You got Bruno who's in the midfield, who's 29. And then you got Casemiro. And then you've got Kobe, who's 18. Then you've got Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane, and Dalot. They're quite experienced there. But in terms of like the front 6, Bruno and Bruno, Casemiro, and Rashford, that's 3 out of the 6 that are experienced. You take Casemiro out, then you've got Rashford, who we know performance-wise isn't great. He's a impactful on numbers player. Bruno is not most composed. So Casemiro just gives us a bit more of that. This is what I'm saying, the structure. Martinez, Casemiro, Kobe, Varane. People laugh at it, but I've called it the rectangle. I saw someone comment on Hardy's thing, says time might as well call it the rectangle. Yeah. But bro, it's the rectangle, and I liked it. But this is what I'm saying. Man United haven't got enough of them basic principles in there. So when we have Casemiro, when we have Martinez, they make such a big difference because we haven't got the level of quality that our rivals have got. And I do think Casemiro is quite scapegoated. A lot of people say like he can go, he can leave. There's much more bigger problems than Casemiro leaving his football club.
That's what I'm saying.
Get me other midfielders, Saeed, that can then help Casemiro with their legs and their energy. And then Casemiro will probably be even better. Casemiro is playing in the midfield with an 18-year-old Kobe Mainu that we're relying on, and then a Bruno that is hot and cold. We haven't given Casemiro even the best platform yet to succeed with. He's been a year and a half.
But it's always
we didn't give Popper.
But there you go. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we can't let it go. I think for me, if I'm keeping players here, I'm not getting rid of these Casemiros first. People are saying, listen, by the way, if Ineos want to have their own structure, by all means, I'm not getting in the way of that. What I'm trying to say to you, Mason Mount is close to return to Man United, by the way, just inside Man United to put that out here. So, man, I don't know how he fits into the team right now because getting into the team. But when you look at it, like, United have always had like experience around the young players, experience around the team. Like, are we just then going to dismiss experience now? Because now we're hearing it's going to be Casemiro, Varane leaving. It's going to be possibly other players leaving. Like, I just look at thinking for me, you can't underestimate experience here. Yeah, you want to be this young, hungry team, but you got to blend it in with experience as well, because that's what City had, that's what Arsenal had, that's what United of old had. We had a blend of experience and thingy. But you've got Kobe Mino, you've got legs around him. You've got Bruno Fernandes, who again, obviously, he does his own thing and whatnot. But you've actually got you need balance around players like that.
Balance. This is it. 100%. Because you look at Chelsea, other than Thiago Silva, Reece James and Chilwell, they're most experienced players, and they're suffering this year because Thiago Silva can't be the levels of what he was at AC Milan and so forth. And then all of a sudden, if Thiago Silva's not performing, he's the most experienced. They've got no other leaders out there. Look at Liverpool, right? Did I rate James Milner? James Milner's career has been brilliant, by the way. He has been a very good player. Do I rate James Milner of today so much? Not so much, but he's great in the dressing room. There's a reason Liverpool had him until we were 37. Jordan Henderson. Am I the biggest Jordan Henderson fan? No, I am not. But he's been so important to Liverpool in that sort of winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League, being competitive, the mentality. Sometimes the best players don't have to be, the players on the pitch. It can be mentally what they can give you as well. Casmeiro and Varane are still very good players, but also they give you that mental edge. And you take both of them out of the team, we're not looking at very experienced players. Yeah, David De Gea is gone now. Dalot's there. Maguire, who might leave anyway. Marcus Rashford, we can't rely on to be sort of an experienced player that's going to help guide and perform like that because he's a winger. He's expected to score goals, and if he's not, his head's elsewhere. So for me, there's other options that we need to get rid of in this squad. We need to keep at least one of Casemiro and Varane. Varane, I understand the injury problem. So we've got 2 centre-backs. If he went, I'm like, cool, I get it. But Casemiro, if we're back in Europe next year, whether we don't know we are or not, but we're going to be competing.
What's your ideal CDM? Because apparently, we'll get onto it later on, about Ineos' plans to target players in there. Last year's a contract here, but who would be your ideal Casmeiro replacement? And guys in the chat, get interactive, get involved. Who would be your ideal Casmeiro replacement? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, I actually don't know midfielders right now. Yeah, I can't. I'm really, really torn between midfielders right now. It's a very, very stale market right now. It's not great market. You look at Inter Milan; they've got Mkhitaryan.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu plays there now.
There you go.
He's not even the number 6
over there.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not even sure. Like, you know, people are saying, look, sure, Paulinho, Zubimendi's are one of the one, yeah. But
yeah, do you know what? I like him because he's good on the ball, and I want a number 6 now that can come here and sort of control the tempo more and have good passing range and comfortable technically. Paulinho, he's a good destroyer, but I want Man United not to go in and get someone like that. I'd rather us get someone that's a bit better on the ball. Like, I like Paulinho, and I think he's good in a team like Fulham, Crystal Palace, teams like that, Aston Villa. But coming to Man United where the levels are higher, you've got to dominate the ball. You want to be beating 70, 80% of your teams. I don't think I want Paulinho in there. So I want someone like maybe Zubimendi, who is more better on the ball, can control the tempo a bit more. I'm not going for these type of... It's like Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is a very good defender. But if you're coming to a team at Man United where you're meant to be dominating 80% of your home games, winning 70% of your league games on paper, he's not fitting into that role. Like Douglas Luiz, he's comfortable on the ball, so he can do a bit of both.
Bro, I rate him highly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Basuma, I like
him. I get Kamara. I like Kamara from Aston Villa.
Yeah, but again, his passing range is limited. He's a destroyer for me. That's why he has the Douglas Luizes and stuff next to him.
Yeah,
I like Ismail Benacer. I think that's a good one, and I like Zubimendi. But Zubimendi's not gettable. And I've always been a fan of Cacaret, but I look at Maxime Cacaret at Lyon as not really a DM. That's why I'm a bit like he's not a DM. So yeah, like
you've always been a fan of him as well, to be fair.
Zubimendi and Benacer, I like them. But it would be interesting to see what Harj thinks, because I agree with you, Saeed. In terms of number 6s, I think the world of football is limited in that area right now. Like it's not amazing.
Yeah, big up Harj, by the way. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well.
Yeah, big up.
Good.
Big up, man. Well, before I get your opinion
on Casmeiro, Harj.
Yeah, Casmeiro. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Casmeiro? Like, would you think it's United's best to move on? Where you kind of head that with Casmeiro? Like, a lot of people say, you know, he needs to move on. You know, he's not great on the ball. Like, where you
like? Is he becoming like the new kind of scapegoat? Is what Saeed asked me in a way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say scapegoat, but I'd probably say it's within United's best interest to move him on before it's too late. Because, well, actually, no, wait. Before I give like a concrete answer, how long has he got left on his deal?
He's only just signed. He's got what? He's got at least 3 more years. He's signed a 5-year contract, so it's what, 3 more years left? Easy.
Yeah. If he's got 3 more years and he's like what, 31, 32, you can already see like physically he is beginning to decline. You have to bear in mind, if we're seeing that now, what are we going to see in 2025? What are we going to see in 2026? And the longer it goes on, the less valuable he becomes to us, to other teams. I'd move him on, but only if the price is right. Like, I'm not saying I'm willing to take 5 million for him, but if the price is right, get yourself somebody with a bit more longevity. Because with Casmeiro, like, regardless of how well he performs next year, you're always going to look at him as a 32, 33-year-old player where there's going to come a time you have to experience life without him. So, yeah, I'd move him on, personally.
This summer, you don't think there's other issues or anything that he could actually, his experience, like, we haven't got enough experienced players. Look at Chelsea, other than Thiago Silva, who's not even performing on the pitch, he's 39. We don't have loads of proper good, by the way, senior experienced players. I think we can have him for another year, then move him on next year with 2 years left on his deal. I think that's cool. I don't think he needs to go this summer. Okay, I can't even trust United to get us 2 centre midfielders in.
Yeah, this is the thing.
So
no, I was just saying. For me, I understand where Hard is coming from. If he feels like there's deficiencies in the game and United need to evolve, but I'm looking at thinking, even with him, he can still be in the squad. I don't think he's bothered about. I don't know if he wants to be that start. But if you have competition for places and he's there on your case, like you're wanting to start, and it's gonna be.
Right, Saeed, you're gonna have to start that again, bro. You froze.
Yeah, I thought that was me.
That froze,
Same.
Yeah. So basically, I'm like, competition for places is good. I feel like he would thrive in a team where there will be competition for places. And I also think for me, a guy coming in as well, it would just help Man United as a whole. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know what?
I'm with that side. I'm with that. Bringing someone else like Zubimendi in with him, I'm like, cool. Benacer, like, I know he's not gettable probably because there's clause in that, but like, yeah, like having that depth in quality is what Man United have not had. So to get rid of Casmeiro and get someone else in, it's like, yeah, one's going out, but one's coming in. But really, have we improved as a squad? No, we've still got the McTominay's lingering about. We've still got Christian Eriksen who needs to do one as well. There's other players that can do one before Casmeiro that we can have him in the squad. And like you said, if we're in Europe next year or competing for the FA Cup Carabaos, we need that depth. The big thing we done with Casmeiro is we overplayed him last year. We played him in nearly every single game he was fit. Get me a Zubimendi, someone who's a more of a controlling midfielder, or Benacer, and then you've got Casmeiro for other big games. Or sometimes you can play them both together if you want to switch up the tactics. I think Casmeiro can do one more year here, man. I'm cool with it, but I do think people like jump at Casmeiro too much for his weaknesses now, rather than actually thinking when he's here, the basic things he gives us in the shape, like is underappreciated kind of at the moment, if I'm honest.
Another player that's also possibly going to be moving out is Raphael Varane. I mean, for me, this is one of them tricky ones where I still rate him. I still think he has a big part in the game here, but his wages, if he's not willing to kind of come down on his wages, that's another sticky situation where United right now, if there's an FFP and if you want to go and get the new Man United and a team where they're not relying on wages, that's another one where I'm like, you know, Saudi Arabia come call. Apparently they're offering 40 million for him. Boy, when
does his deal run out? I thought it runs out this.
Was it Varane, this or let me find out. It's Varane's deal. Varane.
I think he's got 2 more years. I think.
Expiry. June 2022. This is last year, bro.
I thought it was his last year. Yeah, because I remember something coming out said he could speak to other clubs now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
we might have an option to extend for another year. We might have that thing where it's like this summer option to extend.
Option to expend.
No, we've declined that.
Oh. So United said here, United could opt to allow Varane to go on a free if they wish to save a year on his salary. So we've declined that unless he signs the deal on their terms.
We want him on a reduced wages.
Yeah, reduced wages, basically. Reduced wages. And obviously he's thinking right now, like, I'm not doing that, bro, because at the end of the day, I'm still...
It's his last contract. He could go Saudi and clean up.
Yeah. He goes Saudi and clean up.
If he goes, then I don't mind. See, look, this is the thing. If he goes and Todibo, as an example, comes in, I feel like it's not a like for like. I get it. Varane's won multiple Champions Leagues in the Ligas, but because he's quick, he's good enough on the ball. I feel like Varane out, Todibo win. I'm not going to be coming on this pod and be screwing. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the level, like, cool. Varane's injuries have not been like so free that he's played every game of the season. I've been so used to Varane being out that we've been made do without him. So if he goes and Todibo comes in, I'm not as angry as seeing as a Casmeiro go, who normally is fit apart from this season. He's had a couple injuries. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think Varane might move on. I'll be sad to see him move on because I really rate Varane, by the way. I think when Varane's good, like, he's still very good. He's our best box defender. He's great at heading out. His positioning is brilliant. I think he's underappreciated, if I'm honest, by the Man United fan base. That's definitely one thing I've always said about Varane. But if he moves out and then we got Todibo win, then cool. But like, I'm so interested to see how we move about this window because
it's going to be a mad window, you know, this summer, man.
Yeah, like, bro. Like, we need work.
Well, work. Because if you look at it, Martial could leave. You're looking at Varane, Casmeiro could leave.
Sancho.
You're looking at Eriksen's going to leave. Sancho will probably leave.
Maguire or McTominay.
Maguire, McTominay, one of the two. Wan-Bissaka could leave.
Yep.
That's 8.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's probably Lindelof will stay, even though he's triggered it. Donny van der Beek, but again, I'm not really looking at Donny van der Beek because
I forgot about him.
Really played. Yeah, he's not in the Europa League squad for Frankfurt, man. You know what I mean? I watched it. Yeah, he's not in the Europa League squad for Frankfurt. Yeah, they took him out, man. Took him out. It's peak, man. Yeah, he's done, man. I watched him in the first 2 games and I was like,
cool. It is. It's because Donny van der Beek is mid.
Yeah, he needs to go back to Ajax. Just go back to where you're used to. Simple.
I don't think Ajax would take him now, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what they would do. You never know that they might not want to take him back. You know, it's not going well for him, man. Listen, the physicality of the league in terms of German league, it should suit him better. The first 2 games I watched of him, he weren't too bad, yeah. But the problem is, he's such an honest footballer, man. He's like, he don't really stand out in a game. He just makes a lot
of movement. He's too nice. He's too nice. He's in the office and he makes a cup of tea for everyone every day. Like, bro, just chill. Let someone make you one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Big up Asma says the not single midfielder bar coming Maynard we should keep. Wow. Okay, that's strong. Strong, man. People say Bruno got to stay. There was some reports on Bruno yesterday, from the Saudi League maybe wanted to come back in for him, man. But United would never, ever sell Bruno Fernandes. Never in a million years would they want to sell Bruno Fernandes. He's almost like that guy where you just don't sell. Like Rashford, Bruno, I think even Shaw, man. Like Shaw would never leave United being sold. There's some players that just never, ever will be sold. And I feel like Bruno is one of them as well. So I personally, in my head, just won't ever take that. I'm just looking for a manager to come in and say, yo, listen, you're not part of my plans anymore in terms of...
Yeah, that's the only way he'll go. Yeah. That's the only way. They come in and say you're not part of it.
That's the only way, man. Like, he's gonna be, to what Man United thinks, he's going to be a legend at Man United. At United, he'll become a legend in the fans' eyes, which I ain't gonna lie to you, there's been more players that have been showing a lot more than Bruno Fernandes in that aspect. So it's going to be interesting. People saying Simican for centre-back, because like I said, it's going to be a big topic for centre-backs, this summer. I like Branthwaite. I don't know what you guys, but listen, I've been watching him this year. Yeah, there you go, Harj. I watched him this year and last year. Branthwaite, listen, people are going to say, but his English is the Maguire. Nah, bro. He's not, man. You know what it is, He's a cultured footballer. He's got a bit of, there's a bit of sauce in there. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of seasoning in there. Like, he can play out from the back. He's aggressive. He's strong. The only problem
I think he's Harj's top choice, actually.
Oh, is it? Well, there you go.
He's number one. He's cold, man. He really is. Like,
there you go.
Regardless of the opposition, but regardless of the players around him, he cooks. And the thing is, I agree with Saeed, which is, in the beginning when I started to like him, I was like, like, is it another Maguire 2.0 where like Maguire done all right for Leicester? And I was like, is it one of those ones where as soon as he puts on the Man United shirt, can't do it anymore? But I've watched so much of him this year. Every test he's passed, every single test he's passed. And I'll be honest, like physically he's an animal. Like what? He's like 6 foot. What? 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
And he's got legs. Like he can get up and down that pitch. It's not like
up and down
Maguire, who's like 6'3", 6'4", but slow. No. This kid gets around. And I like the fact that like he's very like, I saw like a report the other day on The Athletic where it was like giving a breakdown on like Everton players, and they were like, he's just the type of kid that has a similar-ish personality to like Wan-Bissaka, where it's like, don't really care about PR, don't really care about media work, just leave me to do my football and train and let me live my life. And I think Man United need to move away from signing these like wannabe celebrity type of players, the ones that always want to be in the spotlight, the ones that are just all over the socials. Fam, just get Donnies that just want to live a nice, humble life, kick ball, and go home. And I love the fact that he's that type of player.
Yeah,
I like him. The only thing I've always like questioned with Jared Branthwaite is that I wish he was a right-sided player, because I'm like, right, him and Martinez could just play together instantly. The fact that he's left-footed, and I do like that he can pass through the lines, he can travel with the ball, he is tall physically, which is going to be a big plus in the Premier League. He's got Premier League experience. I think my big plus and my drawback is Martinez plays on the left-hand side, and Martinez for me is the glue in the glove of what Erik ten Hag is looking to do at Manchester United. Like I said before, Harj came on, him being outside, I'm like, oh my God. So it's like, what, are you going to play Branthwaite over Martinez, or are you going to have Branthwaite come in who's played 38 games for Everton, but then he's going to be on the bench and just play a couple cup games? I don't know. My strength with Branthwaite is that when you look at players that Erik ten Hag has had and coached, I'll probably look at Diogo Dalot as one of the players that he's coached quite a lot. He's coachable. That's the word I want to say. He's coachable.
Yeah.
Jared Branthwaite for me seems like a guy that's going to come in and he's coachable. He's going to listen to Ten Hag or whoever the manager is at Man United, and he's going to take in their instructions and be able to adapt to what they want. Some players are just stuck in their ways that, they can't change. Jared Branthwaite looks like a player that, because he's technically sound, because he can move and he's mobile and he's physical, he will do whatever the coach wants to do in their philosophy. So I like the fact that he's coachable. We need more players that are flexible with the way they can learn and build up in their game. And he brings us that. The only rebuttal is obviously, what do you do then? What, Martinez and Branthwaite both there? Do you drop one then? Like what? Like depth is good, isn't it?
I think the thing is, he's both footed in a sense. When I've watched him, like he is both-footed in that aspect. So, but like you are right in that, just as a looking at it from a mechanics point of view, you don't want to see two left-sided centre-backs at the club, especially in the key positions. But Todibo's out there.
How much he's going to cost, though? Look, for how much Brentford is going to cost
a lot
to playing where Martinez is. One guy at my job, my old job, that was an Everton season ticket holder, die hard, like proper knew everything about Everton. I said to him, yo, how good is Jared Brantwaite? He goes, Ty, we rate him more than John Stones when he was at the club. And John Stones was quality. Top. Yeah, and they rate him more around that Goodison Park than John Stones. So it says a lot. This is not no fluky Brantwaite season, guys.
Yeah, for real, man. Like I said, because at the end of the day, everyone's putting these Antonio Silvas and all of these guys, and I'm like, have you really watched these guys? Have you, you know what I mean? Are you just saying it because it's the next big thing? And over there, like, come on, man. I'd rather, listen, I watch a lot of leagues, but I've watched this guy more than anyone, and sometimes it's good to look close to home because you never know with these Silvas and whatnot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't know, man. So I'd rather just go with what I know in that regards, man. So it is what it is. Some people saying Todibo, Guehi, Tomori. Tomori's always been one of them where he's underrated, man. Tomori.
Yeah, he is.
You don't think so?
No, I'm not feeling the Guehi.
Not Guehi, but Tomori.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Just with Tomori, I like him, and I think his recovery pace is quick. But I do think, with Martinez being 5'9" or whatever it is, sometimes you just do need a bit of height, a bit of dominance. Because when we have corners, free kicks against us, we are not the most convincing. So you look at City's defense. Gavardia, we played left back, but he's like 6 foot plus. You got Aki in there. You got John Stones. You got Diaz, and then you got Carl Walker. He's still a tall wing back. At least they have some physical presence in there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want quick and I want physical. That's what I like in my centre backs. Pace is a big thing for me, and I do want a bit of height.
Yeah. Wild shot Lacroix. Listen, Lacroix's been around for a while, man. This next super kid, man, but never really made it like Saliba, man. You know what I'm saying to you? These men were meant to be part of the Saliba era, man, and whatnot. But I don't know, man. I just never believed that he kind of built on what he was, the hype and whatnot. So I don't know. Maybe he's someone that United might look at. Who knows? Big up to everybody watching. Make sure you lot are liking the video, man. Big up to everybody here. Make sure you lot subscribe to everyone's channels as well. Trafford Tunnel and Hardball. We're gonna move on to this report from Rob Dobson from the ESPN. He says, Man United are targeting players who are entering the final year of their contracts in this summer as part of the rebuild under Sir Jim Ratcliffe. United exploring a number of deals ahead of this summer with players such as Joshua Kimmich, Jonathan David, Kefren Turam, and Alphonso David, all set to be out of contracts in 2025. They're not bad names, to be fair, by the way. But, Tyro, what do you reckon of this kind of approach? And is it because 1 year left doesn't mean anything nowadays, man. They still demand what they want. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players that have left, for big money. Still,
they can. Do you know what though? I don't mind it because I feel like a lot of players now are going into this era, right? I think I can't remember someone done it in the Premier League, but even in the look at Mbappe. A lot of players are starting to now take control of their own destiny. Like they're letting their contracts run out, so they can decide where they're going. They're not needing an agent. They're starting to manage deals themselves. So for me, I don't have a fear of going into people that have got 1 year left in their contract. If they're more gettable, there is still quality out there. I think people think of players like, they've only got 1 year left in their contract. They must be dead then, or the club must not want them. No, they're just looking at considering their options. So for me, if they've got 1 year left in their deal and they're still a very gettable player and they're a good player, I'm all for it. Kimmich, of course I would take Kimmich. 28 years of age. I have no problems with him coming to the Premier League. German is physical anyway, so that would be fine. And we talk about Casmeiro and Kimmich. That's lovely depth in that position. I would take that. You got Kefren Turam. I know people say, it's lazy. This is Nice. That's why we're going there. We need ball carriers in our midfield. I need someone that can drive from one end of the pitch to the other. I would take Kefren Turam all day as part of the squad depth. I know he's not had the greatest season so far, but I feel like when you have some... Look at Papi Sarr for Spurs. He's not the most pleasing on the eye, but they are effective, bro. They are good at what they're good at. Let them be good at what they're good at. And Kefren Turam can get the ball from one end of their pitch to the other. He can drive through little tight spaces. I'm cool for that in terms of squad depth. I'm now in a position where I want people that can start in this team, but also if they're on the bench and then the other person's rotating with them, the drop-off's not that big. Kimmich, Casmeiro, Kobe, Kefren Turam, or Bruno Kefren Turam, whatever it is, it's not like, oh my God, these guys are dead. I want good quality and depth. So if we're going at this market, I'm not against it, bro. It's probably a smarter way of looking to mix it up with big spending, and trying to limit your spending. Because look at January, bro. The deadest January transfer window. Me and you were the same age, bro. Deadest January transfer window I've seen since a younger. Yeah. That shows a lot of people are watching this FFP thing. It's real. Stuff is real. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got to move smart. Bro. Like I don't mind it.
Yeah, for real, man. I think I
like to see what other names are on that list, though. Like that's the 4, but I love to see like a list of European people that have got 1 year left on their deal and seeing who I would want out of the list.
Jonathan Davies out of contract this summer. I don't know if he's got 1 year left on his contract.
Backup striker, rotate with Højlund. He's good age.
Yeah,
like, he scored a double on the weekend. He's one of them though that I don't know his name and like because he's at Lille gasses him up a bit too much, and if he goes to a top club, he falls off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Someone saying there, Ramo says Kimmich is our next Schweinsteiger, but younger, bro. Yo, Schweinsteiger, man, he was 29, but his body was 35.
Knees were done.
His knees were done, man. You get me, bro? Hard. Who kind of like tickles your fancy in that kind of list and whatnot? And is that the right approach for you? Like, you could still find ballers though at that 1 year left on the contract.
You know what it is? I'm on the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Like, okay. Move your mic up, son. Quiet. It's a bit quiet.
Can you hear me?
I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
You know.
It was just quiet.
No,
he's turned his mic off now.
Let's turn it off now. Yeah. Disco lights and that. Disco lights.
Yeah, this happened with me and him the other day. I don't know why. I don't know if the mic's got a little quiet thing on it. Because did you think it sounded quiet outside?
Yeah, it was quiet a little bit. Yeah, it was quiet a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I just messed it up now. My bad. But no, run it back.
Kevin wants to go stay at City or Bayern. Plus,
what do you know? While he's outside his mic quickly, what are you saying on this list, Said?
For me, Kimmich, man. I want intelligent players, man. Kimmich would be ideal. But then again, if we've got a lot of eights, man, we'd have to get rid of some eights. Listen, Mason Mount's one that I would get rid of and get Kimmich.
You'd get rid of him first season?
Yeah, bro. Let Tuchel get him because Tuchel wanted him anyway. So we could do a little swap deal. You know what I mean? Kimmich for Mason Mount. I'd take that right now. We would get more out of
something. You know what? Like a little drop them 20 million, give him Mount as well.
Yeah, 20 million for Mason Mount. Yeah, just because Tuchel's always been a admirer and he wanted him this summer. So that would be a good deal, 20 million. And also Kimmich would benefit. Yeah,
I like this shout from you, Said, I like it.
Bro. It's smart, bro. Come on, man.
It's
ideal. Like you need
Saidonomics
at the football club. Yeah, I feel like you need intelligent players at the football club, man. We lack a lot, man. We need intelligent players. He's also a leader as well. He's at the right age for me, 28, 29. You know what I mean? Like he can come.
Is he captain of Germany now?
Captain of Germany, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Oh, do you know what? If we got Thuram and Kimmich, like that's nice little. That'd be nice additions. One that can like hold it down, do his thing, and then you got Thuram with the legs. Obviously, Bruno's Bruno, so he's always going to create anyway. I like that. Alphonso Davies, I don't see us going for him. I think he stays at Bayern, renews, or he goes to Real Madrid. I think that's definitely never happening here.
100%.
That's never happening here. Jonathan David, did you take him? Nah, it's quiet still.
Did you turn it all up, man?
Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry about my language. Sorry. Turn if you turn the setting off hard, just put that same setting back on and then just bring the mic closer. Would you take Jonathan David?
Jonathan David, for me, I don't really rate him, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, I remember the World Cup, being a situation where I looked at him and I was like, I didn't really see the movement was all off. I didn't really see him as a natural striker in that regards. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I did watch him work for Canada. Yeah, and it was a bit.
Yeah. Try now. It's muted. You're on mute, Hodge. Try now. You're on mute though. Now
you've unmuted yourself. Talk now. He's not talking though. Hodge, talk.
Yeah. Talk. I think his screen's gone as well. It's mad. Man said Uncle Hodge, you know.
Get down.
He was doing. Yeah, I was doing. Remember? I was doing Jonathan David watch-alongs, bro. I was actually watching.
Yeah, you're doing the scouting.
I watched every game and I was like, nah, man. And people say, oh, but that's not. He's in the Canada team, that shit and whatnot. I'm like, nah, man. I feel like for me, it's one of them where I still scouted him in that aspect. So Nah, not for me, man. Not for me. But one player that everyone is talking about is Elise, yeah. But did you see his injury again?
Bro, I'm glad you brought this up. I was going to bring this up myself. I was like, I want to see if he runs the Elise thing. Bro, like...
Yeah, I can hear you now. Speak now.
Hello.
But now the mic's not on, though. Is the mic on?
Yeah, this is how it sounded.
It's low. It's low.
Yeah, don't change. Oh, do you know what? You might have to run it through how he is now.
Just do it how you did it. Yeah, do it now.
Like,
Speak up now. No, it's calm. Say what you got to say now.
I got a lot to say, bro. Like...
There you go. That's calm.
Yeah, there you go. No. Cool.
All right, cool. So you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, bless. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Jack Grealish.
Yeah. Go back to the comment we were talking about in terms of your approach. You were saying about your approach.
Yeah, with the 3 and the 4 players or whatever. Yeah.
I'm on like the opposite end.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Because if you're gonna dive into the market where like players are like free agents and they've got 1 year left on their deal, you have to bear in mind, even though they might be attainable financially, you're going to be competing with a shit ton of teams. And that's where I worry when it comes to Manchester United, because it's like, you see, if you're going for a player and they've got 3-4 years left, yeah, even if your project isn't A1, if your manager isn't A1, if you're not the most successful, you can still stunt the cash around and be like to them, listen, I got peas. If you go in for players that have 1 year or they're free agents, the majority, especially if they're top players, the majority of teams in the world are going to be looking at them. And I feel like that's where it's more, how can you sell our project rather than how much money can you offer? And I just look at it and think, like, Man United at the moment, like, can you really sell your project? Because let's be real, we're all going into this like new ownership thinking we don't know what we're getting. Because it's just like when we got Ten Hag. We thought we were going to be back. What, 18 months later, look at us now, yeah. Like, so it's a massive risk, yeah. So I'll be honest, I'd rather Man United just go into a market where like we just pay the money. If you guys know what I mean.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I feel like for me, it's one of them where I don't want to just pay the money this year, yeah. But I do want to see us spend smartly, have a recruitment plan. But this is where we need to get these guys in ASAP, man. Like, I'm not saying it's worrying, Tyrone, but you know what I mean? I know they're not in through the door. We're not ratified yet, but we need to get these guys in ASAP. We need to start scouting, man.
Get moving and grooving. When it comes to the end of May, I've already said I want the managerial situation to be sorted by June the 1st, and I want us to have player targets. Move like Man City. I don't care. Yeah, they're our rivals, but they're good at what they do. They have their signings in early. They have things sorted out upstairs, and everything come pre-season's moving smoothly. And I'm going to say it again. If you didn't watch last week's show, I'll say it again, people. Smash the like as well. Subscribe if you're new. But the third thing is that it's a Euro summer. And people keep forgetting this. You can't do business. You can't move the goalposts between June the 14th and July the 14th. Players are in competition. Players are traveling. Players are taking their break when they get knocked out. Managers, agents, they're moving about. So you need to get yourself in order early. Now, it's going to be about the end of the month before Ratcliffe and everyone's they're in fully. But I got told something yesterday, obviously, what I said to you, Saeed. And they're starting to move the wheels. The bus is moving, guys. That's all I'm going to say. There was a little thing that took place at Manchester United yesterday. So the wheels are starting to move. They're starting to try and put, little things in place. Yeah. And they're taking this thing seriously. And if you're a Man United fan, I think it's a time. I don't want to say get overexcited, but they have got the club's best interests at heart. So I think if they're doing the stuff that I'm hearing they're doing now already, then I do think come the summer, they should have the managerial situation sorted out and hopefully players, because I've heard in backgrounds that, Ten Hag doesn't feel like he's been fully backed. You've got money, Ten Hag, but now we're going to see what happens if you're going to be the manager or not. And if, you're going to feel like you've been backed. But I just feel like Man United need to do a bit of both. Smart signings. And if there's one signing that we overspend for, but they're going to have a massive impact on the starting 11, then cool. I'm all for that. Like, I don't really want to bring up number 11, but obviously number 11 is another situation. As a footballer, I'm all over it 100%. And I would love him to be at the football club. But for what he's done, I'm not in control of that. And I completely understand that he won't be at the football club probably. So that's that. But it's a shame because where we're looking at right now with that right wing situation and what he's doing at Getafe, it's such a shame because that was a match made in heaven. We could have needed him, but we might need 2 wingers. We need 2 midfielders. We're going to need defenders. I'm talking 6 signings. We're probably going to get 4 unless we get a couple frees.
We needed 6 signings this summer. We only brought 4.
Exactly. So I don't want to get my hopes up. This is what I'm not going to do this summer. New owners are coming in and I'm going to get my hopes up. Like, I don't want to get gassed. You know, there's reports already coming out in the last half an hour before we started about a new stadium next to Old Trafford. I don't know if you see it, Saeed.
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
In the car park, in the big car park thing, which I'm all for. It's like, so their money is not just going on signings. Their money is going on academy. It's going on this. It's going on training facilities, then transfers. It's got to be split up.
You know what's here? Let me ask you a deep question, Do you think Ineos are going to be what we all think they are, or do you reckon it's going to be all one kind of, when you expect something to be this mad summer and then it ends up being like a shit summer? Remember Mourinho coming in? Season. That Mourinho, after we won the Europa League, I'm not going to lie to you, that was probably the best feeling I felt in a long while.
Mkhitaryan, Lukaku, that summer.
No. Was it that summer? Was it that
Mkhitaryan won the Europa League. He scored it with us, actually. No, he scored in the final.
Yeah, he won it. That's what I'm saying. He came in this summer before that. I'm talking about the summer after we won the Europa League. And that was a summer where I was like, yo, man, I'm gassed.
What? Because you thought after Europa League, you were going to kick on again when everyone was hugging on the pitch. Like, you thought like the harmony was there, innit? I hear it. I hear it.
To back Mourinho, but they didn't in that.
Yeah, because he wanted the centre back that year. He didn't get the centre back.
He did that year. I just look at him like, yo, like I want to know that they're ready and they're not just all about this PR and they put like fans are getting easily gassed right now. Every single report we hear. Yo, Ineos are on it. Like,
I'll let Haj go first. Actually, I'll let Haj.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Haj.
I don't know. I think that's the thing that worries me the most about Ineos is the fact that, bro, like look at Chelsea,
bro.
Look at Chelsea. Chelsea are probably the perfect example, which is they went up from Abramovich. Fair enough, he was like a successful demon, in terms of everything that he done. But after he went, it all went downhill, Hey, DLM. It all went downhill.
Big up DLM.
And the thing is, like, Todd Bowie came in with cash. Like, what, 1 billion spent? If I was a Chelsea fan at the time, I would be gassed. Like, I'd be thinking, what? Every single day I'm linked to a player. Every single day I'm signing a player. Yo, we're winning it all. That's what I would be thinking.
Yeah.
So with Ineos, it's like, I actually don't know. Like, I'm not going to go and do digging up on Ratcliffe and what he done at Nice and how he transformed them, if he transformed them, how he did. But Man United are stepping into like unknown territory. And of course, at the moment, from now to the end of the season, you're only going to hear positive things.
Yeah.
Like, the cracks are not going to come out from now until the end of the season, because let's be real, like, why are you going to start spreading negative propaganda when it hasn't even started yet? So at the moment, you're going to hear shit like, I don't know, United are targeting the free agents because they're more attainable and rare-tete. That's a plus in a lot of people's eyes. United are looking to improve the stadium. That's a plus in a lot of people's eyes. United want to sign players that capped at 200k. United are planning for the future. These are all positives. You really judge
for real.
They're there, and history has shown a lot of men can do a good talk. They can talk a good talk, but then when it comes to actually implementing what they say, they drown, and that's where we'll be sat here losing our shits.
And that's the thing as well. I think that because we have nothing over the Glazers and we've suffered, anything that someone does, we're going to be excited about. It's not like because the Glazers have done nothing. It's not like they've done steady progress because they've done nothing. Even if, like Hard saying, the little things that they're talking about, we're going to be like, raw, because we haven't had that. Oh, raw, we haven't. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's about measuring the expectation. And for me, that's why I'm staying composed. I'm staying like a cool, composed number 9 because I know that they can't do everything all at once. It's going to be a gradual thing. You can't want 6 players in the transfer window and expect training ground renovations, stadium, this and that. You've got to have a bit of everything. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I'm going to stay composed. I would like to see what they do in the next year. I am going to give them time, and I'm going to be one of the person that is going to be a bit more patient. I want to see, like, in a year and a half from now, when it's August 2025, okay, where we're at. We've had a year and a half now. What's going on with the manager? Let's see what the players they're doing. They've had 3 transfer windows. Then we can see. People would need to stop getting giddy because Chelsea, they got new owners. They got giddy and they've gone backwards. It can go wrong. It can go wrong. And I hope that our boys are going to learn from that and look at that. And also, they are footballing people and they're also sporting people. They're not just done sporting, they've done cycling, blah, blah, blah. But they Brailsford don't mess about. Man United could be 4-0 up. Man still looks like he's just got out of bed and he's vexed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah,
for real, man.
So, like, these guys are here to do real business, man. So I'm going to be patient. I don't expect everything to change that quick. But I'm also expecting some changes, say. They can't come in. Nobody in any level of business, away from sport or even in sport, comes into a football club and just keeps the same regime. My owners at my old job, they came and had a meeting with 80 of us. Yeah, we're not going to change too much. We're going to keep everything how it is. That's why I've invested in it. A year later, better changes, because that's what they do. They're going to come in and do what they want to do. They're not going to leave it as it is. So, yeah, we'll see some changes, but I don't want to get too giddy, man. Look at Man City. Look at the levels they're at. Look at Liverpool. We're going to see what they do with a new manager. At the same time, though, let me spin a question to you, man.
Yeah.
Other than Man City, when you look at Liverpool, the changes they're going through, and Mohamed Salah, we don't know, Al Etifak or whatever it is, you never know. You got Arsenal. Again, they back their manager. Will they back him again? But will they improve so much? You got Chelsea, shit show at the moment. Ange cooking at Spurs, but they're not like, oh my God, they're going to challenge for the title next year. Is it the type of summer where we're looking at it and saying, yo, if we invest right, we can bridge the gap to like these Arsenal, Liverpools and that. Not City, forget them, but can we capitalize this summer? Do you know what I mean? I'm also looking at it that way because they're going to be going through changes.
Bro, you know what it is for me, yeah? Like, I feel like United could have done that so many seasons. I know we got football structure now, and that helps and whatnot, but I feel like there's a lot to do this summer. I think, like, getting rid of the players is one big whole operation, then having to find the right recruitment, then having to be quick. That's why I'm like, Ineos is just the first, for me, jigsaw. It's getting the proper recruitment in that I want to bring in. So if it's Dan Ashworth, if it's Paul Mitchell, whoever it is, that's what I want to create. And obviously, Omar Berrado, he's coming in the summer. You know, is that a bit too late? Should he have come in now? Like, what was the situation there? So I feel like for me, I think you're right, though, in terms of the gap isn't as big as what people think it is.
Yeah, if you get it right, you can really bridge.
Yep, you can. So, like, I just hope that they come in and they think, yo, listen, we're here to compete, not we're here to take, you know what I mean, like, take part. Like, we're here to just proper take over. Like, you're not just coming in thinking, yo, we'll get top 4 and that, this and that. But also, you need to get top 4 as well, though. I know, listen, we don't want to see it as a trophy here, but you need that top 4 for Champions League, man, and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need that that kind of situation there, man. But yeah, man, I don't know what happens, bro. I'll be real with you. Like, it's gonna be a big summer, Haj. Like, regardless, innit? Big summer. It's gonna be indeed 100%.
It's gonna be a big summer. I think because there's a lot of areas that need addressing. So, like, number one is the manager.
Yeah.
In the summer, a conversation is gonna have to be had whether they choose to go into their first season with him or they choose to just start fresh. So that's one area that needs addressing. Then, of course, you've got the outgoings, because listen, you have to sell before you buy. Like, this ain't FIFA. Now, when it comes to selling, it's very different because Man United don't have all the power when it comes to selling their players, because at the end of the day, you still need a club that's going to come forward, show interest, and be willing to pay that money. So then Man United now have to sell. Then Man United need to recruit properly. Man United then need to build a team. I don't think, I disagree with Ty. I don't think it's going to be a quick fix, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, like I've always said, I'm willing to accept 2-3 years of mediocrity. I'm willing to accept it. I know it's something a lot of people like disagree with, yeah. I'm willing to accept it, fam. If somebody says to me, accept 2-3 years of mediocrity, United, I'm not even getting top 4. But then after that, come the third season, a team has been built, and an identity has been implemented, something that's sustainable, something that's long term. Yeah, calm. I'll take 2 L years. It's not a problem for me. If in those 2 L years I can get rid of certain players, I can build and develop certain players. A manager becomes more familiar with his players in that time, and then from the third season we kick on, bro. I'm cool with it, because when you look at Man United,
bro, Harsh, that's easier said than done. You're sitting saying that now. You think you'll sit through 2 years of shit?
Big up Andy.
No, but
big up Andy.
Yeah, bro. You think you'll sit through 2 more years of shit?
I don't know, man.
I don't think you will. I think you're saying that now. If we're doing this stream a year later, bro, you're like loudest.
Yeah, but you see what the difference is, isn't it? The reason why it's been 10 years is because all the things that we've had to address, we haven't addressed them. Like, it's like one manager will come in and he might address one of the things. But let's be real. At the end of the day, you have to address things on and off the pitch. Man United,
for
in
real.
those 10 years, we've only addressed things, and by the way, not even to a high level. We've only really addressed things on the pitch. Oh, you know what? Let's get rid of Jose's players and let's bring in Ollie's players. Oh, what? Ollie's gone now? Safe. Let's get rid of Ollie's players. Let's bring in Ten Hag's players. Yeah. At the end of the day, you still need shit to be flowing upstairs.
Yeah.
And I look at it now. I think this is the perfect opportunity
to do it.
This is me hoping Ineos do well. If Ineos do well upstairs, let them do their thing upstairs. Now get somebody that can do it downstairs onto the pitch. And it's not, I'll be real, it's not magic. Like you can't, like for example, Ange is what the one manager that everybody's raving about this season. Yeah, look at how well he's doing. But in reality, how well is he doing? Like he's transformed that Tottenham team, but what? They're only competing for top 4. It's not like he transformed them and took them and made them into a team that's competing for a title. And that's
they're both out, both out of both cups, yeah,
that's something that United have to accept. Like next season, if we can just become a team that plays good football, wins the majority of our games, the identity is there, the player development is there, and if at the end of it we just walk out of it with like what, a top 4, calm. Like for me, the top 4 should always be the standard. Yeah, calm. We get a top 4. Following season, build on that. We can't go from being this trash. And all of a sudden now we've got new owners and now we've become amazing.
No. Facts. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, I listen. I'm patient. I've been patient for the last 10 years and whatnot. But like, it's one of them where I look at it. You know, big. Someone said, "Hey, you're big on AJ getting cooked in the big 6 next 2 years." Nah, you know what it is. I just feel like for me, it's one of them where I feel like it should accelerate now the process of, because you have football structure, you should have people now saying, you know what, like let's just do things properly. Ed Woodward, for all the things that he gave us and excitement, in terms of big money transfers, it kind of set us back a couple of years, you know what I mean? And that didn't need to happen to Alexis Sanchez of the world when he came in.
But Saeed, we didn't have structure last year. We didn't really have clear methods of sorting out things on and off the pitch. It was in the building process. And Ten Hag managed to get top 4 and win a trophy. So we've got structure. And if we now back the manager and do things properly, there's no reason why I don't think we can be successful in the next 2-3 years if we already shown that we got top 4 and we won a trophy last year. And whether people want to doubt the trophy or not, our run or whatever, we still went out and done the job. We won a trophy, got top 4 last year with a shit hierarchy above him and stuff like that. Now we've got a hierarchy. Now we're hopefully going to sort out the squad. We're going to recruit better. There's no reason why in the next 2 years I don't think that we can improve on what we are now. We're 6th now, and we're 8 points or 6 points off top 4 in our worst season. So for me, I do think we can be better next year, and I do think we can improve if we get the right things in. I don't think I have to wait 3 years. That's just me personally. I don't think I have to wait 3 years. But I do get with Hard saying clear out the whole package and ins and outs. But I still think we can improve while doing that. That's what I think. We've been top 4 and done all right last year with a shit show. I did want to ask you lot something though, guys. Smash up the likes, by the way. Yeah, Stephanie, hold the show for a second, right? Your thumb at the moment, if it's not lit, will be like the color behind of my blinds, which is white. If you like the video, it's gonna turn like my hand. Yeah. So guys, make sure you're liking the video because it does help Saeed reach other audiences around the world. It helps the show, transcend, and also me and Harja got channels as well, and it helps people come to our channels and watch our stuff as well if you like the content of this show. So guys, make sure you support the channel, man. It does cost nothing to like the video. So big up. Michael Elise, right? Because you spoke at it, then Harja's mic come back, so we diverted. Yeah, bro. He's out for 2 months again. 2 months again. Are you not just thinking, do you know what? Even though we're linked, is this getting too much? And we should just say, yo, Pedro Neto. Let's go to Pedro Neto. Oh, what are we saying? Or is this, or then Hard, you come in, or is this Palace mismanaging him? Like, I want to hear it now. Let's see, because this Elise thing's getting mad.
Go on, Hard, you go first.
Big up, Jerry. Love, bro.
Big up, Jerry.
He was mismanaged. Like the kid done his hamstring at I think it was the under-21s Euros in the summer.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Done it, and they said, yo, you need surgery ASAP. Done the surgery, done the rehab, everything. You have to bear in mind, isn't it? A player like that's just recovered. He literally came back and started starting 90 minute after 90 minute. And you know what it is? I've always said, like, I understand managers, especially when you're desperate. You just keep playing your best of players, innit? Fam, you know the guy came back and in like 7-8 games put up like I think what 8-9 GA.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
and
crazy.
This year he's downloaded the goal scoring perk because last year he knew how to put the ball on the plate for someone. This year, he's bagging goals. Okay, the only reason why I'm not that worried is because I'll be honest, yeah. Like whenever I've watched Elise, whether I've gone to Selhurst Park or whatever, he's not really a player that relies on his physicality that much. If he did, then I'd be like, yo, hamstring, like you need that shit to run. And you're a player that relies on your physicality, on your PMP. He's not really that type of player. He's a player that mainly relies on his IQ and his technical ability. So even if it means he loses a yard of pace, which by the way, I don't think he will. Yeah, even if he was to lose a yard of pace, is it going to be that impactful to his style of play? No. I still look at him and think, because by the way, I heard you mention Pedro Neto. Fam. That's why Pedro Neto had an injury.
Yeah, he's had injuries himself.
Yeah, he's had injuries as well. Yeah, he's had injuries as well. Yeah.
He was out for a whole season, and I think he missed like another half of a season, or I might be wrong. But all I know is
he's been injured this season as well. Yeah,
after 18 months, and he's also had an injury this season, and I can guarantee you he'll probably have another one. But you shouldn't like. Fair enough, if it's like a Zaniolo case where man done double ACLs, that's a player I would look at and be like, I'm trying to stay away from you. But Olise, nah, bro, bring him in. Literally, the hamstring doesn't affect his game in the slightest, not as much as people like to think.
This is Neto's injury record.
Interesting.
So, you know what I mean? He's been out for a while. 2020 is out for what, almost a year. 2023, yeah, they get out for another 127 days. And then obviously this one here recently, they've been out for 9 games through a hamstring injury as well.
The last 2 seasons have been proper impacted then as well for him.
Yeah.
He did cook up Chelsea on the weekend, and I feel like his pace is still there. Obviously, you've got 2 different type of wingers. This is the thing. You've got a Neto, who I can imagine sort of Liverpool maybe going forward, a high energy volume, especially if Salah went. You've got Michael Elise. I'll put in more the Mahrez bracket, who's more like hard said, the technical side of things, the IQ, good in tight areas. I'll still go for Elise, and if the club went for him, I'm still willing to give him a chance because age is on his side. But yes, it does bother me that when you bother.
Yeah, it's natural.
Now, hamstring injuries do bother me, man. I can't lie, like they do. Even though it's like the quality of him, I'm allowing it to go aside, but really deep down, I am slightly worried. Side, if that makes sense.
Yeah, naturally. You know, but they finished him, man. I can't believe it, man. Yeah, exactly. Palace mismanaged Olise. The only way to stop
they brought him on the weekend. If he's not fit to start, you know he's not fit to play, man.
That's why I want him relegated, man. I want Palace relegated. You know what I mean? So at least then, if we buy Olise for like 30-40 million, it's not bad.
It's like low risk, high reward.
High reward, yeah. I don't mind that approach, but if they stay up and you're paying 80-90 million for him, I'm like, nah, mate, see you later, man. You know what I'm saying to you? But if you go get Eze and if you go get Elise cut price, you know, when they're in the championship, because they're not going to change the championship. They're too good for the championship. So
in that
regard, he has a release clause. Is it a release clause?
Yeah. He has a release clause. And there's no like reported figure, but people, like I know a couple Crystal Palace man and that, they about 65, they reckon.
But if they get relegated, though, it's not. There should be a.
There must be a cutback on that. Yeah,
no, at least they would be daft here to think, my release cost is going to be 70 million in the championship. Like,
I bet there's a cut. If they get relegated, it's got to be like 40. Yeah,
it's got to be, man. It's got to be 100%, man. But listen, people, we're going to wrap up here, man. We've got Villa on the weekend as well. We've got no midweek game. Villa are playing on Wednesday, by the way, so hopefully they get tired. They haven't got Konsa. They haven't got Konsa for the game, against us, no Konsa. So
why?
I think he's injured, I think he got injured in Sheffield United.
That's a big loss,
I think so, yeah. I'm sure
Swear down.
Konsa is out injured. Let me just see here.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, it could be out for a single
injury.
Yeah.
I'm not. Konsa. So I know you're not going to probably see this. You're a bad boy defender. I respect it, but bro, if I had to pick one defender for Villa to be out, it was him.
Cold. Yeah, and Pau Torres is already out as well. So they've only got 4 defenders. We've only got 4 defenders.
You, man. Are we starting to believe a little bit?
Relax yourself, man. Listen, you still have to play against Villa. You still have to play against Watkins. Still got McGinn.
Nah, joking. But you know, if we win Sunday, I'm not gonna lie. You lot, if we win Sunday, you lot won't like me still.
Listen, I think if it's good for everyone, but we need to get top 4.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. We need to get top 4. Like, for everyone's sake, for the whole club's sake, United do need to get top 4. Like, minimum. It has to be like it's in. But I don't want to play Europa League, so I'd rather finish.
Radcliffe was messing with your internet again.
You can hear me?
Was it my internet?
Okay, but is it? Am I
back? No, Karen said so. My internet. I thought, you back now? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying, if we don't finish in the top 4, I don't want to face the Europa League. Please, honestly, I'd rather finish top 8, top whatever. You just go get the Europa League, go get the Champions League, and then keep it as that, and then we get a trophy, and then we say, right, it's been a decent season. But other than
I'll be real. I'll be real. We'll talk about it, but I know this is the biggest game of the season for me so far. Sunday.
Yeah. You got Luton as well next weekend as well. It's gonna be
but I know, but I feel like Villa are competing for what we're competing for. Beat Villa, the gap is 5. Lose to Villa, the gap is 11. Top 4, murder she roll. Win that, and you man know that I can start pushing the positive side of things. You get me?
Yeah. No, that's fair. So
fair. It is what it is, man. Bro.
We'll see. You get me? Like, if someone said Conference League trophy, we never won that trophy. Listen, you don't want to win it because you just go to the Europa League. There's no like this, it's not something that we want to flex, man. So big game. And Arsenal facing West Ham before that. So it's like one of them where we play after them and it's like, eyes are on us Super Sunday. So yeah, man, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge, people. But listen, people, man, it's been a good show, man. Very, very good, relaxed show, man. You know what I'm saying to you? We delve into loads of things on that show now. So please support the channel. We're gonna be live most Tuesdays at 1 p.m. So get it in your diary. Write it down. Tuesdays 1 p.m. with Tyrone and Harj. It's called a front 3. You know what I'm saying? It was a front 2 at the start. York and Cole, and then we said Ronaldo, Tevez came in, and a new era, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So, yeah, man, Tyrone, big up, man. Let them know. We're going to be on Friday.
Yeah, man. Like the video, people. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed. Check out Harj's channel as well. Harj Ball right there. You see it in the name. And then also for us, Man United is Trafford Tunnel, as you can see down below, spelled like that. Yeah. And then Never a Foul is our generic stuff. But yeah, man, big up everyone in the comments, always showing love, positive or negative, you know what I mean? It's only football at the end of the day. So big up everyone as always.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Harj, big up to you, man. Always love, man.
Yeah, appreciate you bringing me on, bro. As always, big up everyone tuning in. I know it's a bit early for some, like in comparison to all the other streams. But yeah, fam, good show. Nice, calm, collected, composed.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, speaking of composed. Yeah. That was hilarious, man. But now, listen, people, big up to everyone here, man. I'll be back later on at 6 o'clock, man. I'm going to do Best of the Rest with Carefree Lewis and them, man. So tune in 6 p.m. for that one. And then, yeah, man, there's no football tonight. My man can just chill, watch a movie tonight.
Yeah, chill, bro.
You know what I mean? I can just chill, relax tonight. You know what I'm saying to you? See what's on Netflix, see what's going on. And then, yeah, man, just chill, relax. And, yeah, we move. Man, big up, man. We'll catch you up next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.